What's up, Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. Welcome to my channel. We're trying to help kids fall in love with reading. In this video, I'm going to be telling you about 5 2023 middle grade books that I am thankful for. Let's kick it off with a book that I read way earlier this year, The Lion of Lark Hayes Manor. And the reason that I am thankful for this book is because it is a true celebration of stories. And it kind of looks at what would happen if stories started to disappear from the world. Like beloved stories were just all of a sudden gone and they never existed. And to think about that is really mind-blowing. And to watch this character's life kind of unravel as stories that mean so much to her no longer exist in the world. And all these months later, I'm thinking about some of my favorite stories and what it would be like. What would it be like to live in a world without Gary Paulsen's Hatchet? That book is a foundational book in my life, and it has been impactful on readers for generations now. And I just can't even imagine. So many of my kids are into that show Alone, would like drop you off in the wilderness and then you have to like survive. And we were talking about it because they got me watching it. And I was thinking about the difference between that show and Hatchet. And it just leading to these great conversations about, like in Hatchet, Brian doesn't have a choice. Like he's stuck in the wilderness. He can't use the satellite phone and call and get out. Anyways, in this book, it's just phenomenal. And the girl makes the bet, not the bet, makes a deal. When you make a deal with someone, it doesn't always have the best results and doesn't always work out the way that you want. Check this out if you haven't. You have those story lovers, you have those fantasy lovers. This is the book for them. Book number 2 that I am thankful for in 2023 is Jared Lerner's A Work in Progress. And the way that this book looks at a kid struggling with body image, struggling with their eating, it's powerful. The whole novel in verse, tackling such a difficult topic and looking at it in just a powerful way. Holy smokes, for kids forever, generations. Second time I use the word generations in this video, but kids for a very long time are going to be impacted in a positive way by Jared's amazing, amazing book. Could you imagine having a book like that when you were a kid? A book so beautifully designed, a novel in verse. Like, did that even exist when I was growing up? Probably, but I didn't know. And then an illustrated novel in verse. Oh my gosh, my reading life would have been so much more powerful and so much richer. And I would have read so much more as a kid if books like these existed when I was growing up. So I'm so thankful that they exist in the world that my students are living in, that the world that my own children are in. What a great time to raise readers. What a great time to teach readers. Let's go. Mexican, one of my favorite graphic novels ever. For real. This graphic novel memoir, Pedro growing up as a Mexican. He has such an interesting family because like half of his siblings were born in Mexico and he's part of the siblings that were born in the United States. And in this book, they travel down through Mexico to pick up their grandfather, who's like a legend in their hearts and in their minds, and bring him back to live with them. Holy smokes, what a ride, what a journey. It's just like designed in this magical way, in this beautiful way. And it just brings this culture, this story, this world to life in a way that I think is distinguished. Newbery Committee, talk about this book, read this book, discuss this book, honor this book, put a sticker on the cover, put a sticker on the cover of that. And let's kick it a little different. Let's talk about some nonfiction. The Mona Lisa Vanishes. I don't like to read middle grade nonfiction. I hardly ever do. It's not my thing. But whoa, this book, and there's some illustrations though too. This book had me I was probably so annoying. So anyone who I spent time with this summer, I'm sorry. I was so annoying when I was reading this book because I just want to tell everyone about it. I want to tell everyone about the Mona Lisa. I want to tell everyone about how it was stolen. I want to tell everyone about Mona Lisa growing up. I want to tell everyone about everything in this book, because it looks at all the different stories, right? It looks at how it was stolen. It looks at the story of people trying to get it back. It looks at Mona Lisa. It looks at Da Vinci. It looks at all of these, weaves all of these different storylines together. It's middle grade nonfiction gold. It's gold. Check it out. Phenomenal. If you haven't read this book, Holy smokes. And then finally, The Probability of Everything. Sarah Everett's brilliant book is this book that I had the most fun talking about in the summer on like all the social medias, because it's the book that I couldn't stop reading. And it's the book that I knew nothing about going in, and I actually wanted everyone who read this book to know nothing about it. So my book talk is basically the beginning of the book. You find out that an asteroid is coming to the Earth, and pretty much like there's like an 80% chance that everyone is going to die, and that life as we know it is gone forever. And the book just works its way from that moment to like a week later-ish, and that what it's like for this kid as that's happening. Don't read anything else about it. You don't need to know anything else. What I told you happens at the very beginning, but watching the story unfold and watching what happens is truly a gift to the universe and a gift to the reader. I would give up like my car. It's not a very nice car. I mean, it's like a Honda Odyssey with 315,000 miles on it, but it gets us where we need to be. I'll probably give up my car to have the opportunity to experience reading this book again for the first time. That's how magical it is. Holy smokes, friends. 5 books that I find amazing. 5 books that I'm so thankful for in 2023. Thank you. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you for watching and subscribing to these videos and listening to me go on and on about amazing books. Let me know in the comments, what books are you thankful for? What books are you so glad? You're so glad that they exist in the world. For me, it's these 5. My name is Colby Sharp. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have an awesome